Hello and welcome to my channel. Again, uh, a latest update, so to speak. Um, my name is Jessica, and hopefully you've been watching some of my other videos on that side over there. There's, my homepage. There's a bunch. This one here is just going to be an update. I'm still haven't completed my third month yet, but I'm on it, so that's why we numbered this 03-E, which makes it my fifth video. So if you've watched my videos before, you know I wanted to do an update because yesterday, this weekend, I had something majorly planned. Um, that if you're thinking about transitioning or starting hormones yourself, get the blood work done. People self-medicate all the time, and it's great. Do it. If that's the only option, I'm glad that I had a blood test in the beginning, and I actually had two of them to see how the spiral was doing during my first month. And now that my third month is almost over, I had to get another one yesterday. So this one's kind of interesting. This is gonna be like, what's it, 3.5 months on the Spyro and 2.5 months, almost 3 months on the estrogen and the Provera. It's going to make it 3 months when I go get my results back and go to the doctor. So, anyway, that's why I titled it 03E Transgender Weekend of Terrific Terror. Torture. That's a better word. Torture. Because I was tortured like crazy. I guess I can take this off. Okay, so that wasn't smart. I should have shaved my arms. Well, I got this no-no. Ow. I just haven't been using it. Ow. Alright. I know I'm a wimp. So, it's probably not going to show up. Maybe a little bit. I already took my blood. Yep. And I live close to Dallas. I'm not in Dallas. But I had a fun day. But it all started before yesterday. And my gosh. It started yesterday, actually started a couple of weekends ago, or weeks, when I was at work. When I was at work, I drive the big truck, vroom, 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 18-wheeler, and I got back home from work because I'm home every day, and there was a porta potty. One of those, if you go to a fairground or, a festival of some sort or a concert, outdoors concert, you see these porta bathrooms, a little porta potty that, you just move around, I guess. Well, the wind was so bad that it actually flew on top of my truck. So when I got back from work, I parked the big 18-wheeler. My pickup truck had a porta potty land on it. So work was cool. Work decided that, what, they're going to go ahead and pay me. Use their insurance, whatever. So the dent, the scratch, it's in there getting fixed now. So it all started like the 16th. I had to go rent a car. So I got a rental right now, which was interesting because they picked me up. And obviously my name on my credit card and the way I'm dressed, because I haven't gone through a name change yet. But you know what, the way I looked at it, instead of, because I was worried about what I was going to do, the way I looked at it, taxi cab drivers, they see all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, if a taxi cab driver, and the guy, I rented from Hugz, the guy was really, really nice. He walked right by me. He didn't have a Hugz sign on the car, so I didn't know it was him picking me up. So he went inside the repair shop, and I was outside waiting. And they came back out, and he was like, Miss Sims. And, man, it was all cool. It was all cool. I was wearing this shirt. So I ended up getting a little Toyota. So it all started there. Um, uh, the next day, of course, being the 17th, I had a whole day lined up. So I needed the rental car. I got laser. Okay. On my neck, it's my fourth session, so I got two more. I used the Groupon to keep on. So I got two more. I don't. You're not going to be able to see. My camera ain't going to focus. It was red. It was. And I told her, too. I said, you know what? It's still a little rough. The first session, I noticed a big difference. And the last two sessions there, it was still rough, like sandpaper. I think she turned it up a notch or whatever because it hurt like a son of a gun. The last two sessions I had, I was like, what am I getting used to this? I think she cranked that son of a gun up. I mean, I was all over. So anyway, she did a good job. It was over. I had to take only one break. And I went over. What did I do next? I went to my bank. All right. Um, we already, last video, I was talking about my purse. And the fact that I'm not out of work. So, I got my little work wallet and a little update on it. It's empty. Okay, I do have a duplicate driver's license, which you're not supposed to have. But I don't keep them both on me at the same time, so it should be alright. So I got a driver's license. I got, of course, the COM data card, which truck drivers, we use the COM data. And, of course, I got a bank card, which this ain't the card. I want to stick this in my normal one. So this is it. And also, in the back, in one of this little pocket, I have my a copy that I fold up in case work or somebody confronts me. I have a copy of my letter from my therapist stating that I'm transgendered and she's taking care of me. My paper to walk, so to speak. So I do, and this is not the original, so don't even start with the comments. I pulled this up. This letter's in man mode, like dude mode right here. It's like folded up, crinkled, and shoved in one of these deep pockets. But it's with me, so I have that with me while I'm at work. But now this wallet, that's it. It's done. It's complete. I bring this to work now. I don't bring it anywhere else. My new one, well, I had to go to my bank because in mine, because I'm bringing my purse everywhere I go now, ever since I locked my keys out of my car, I got my own little purse now, so got my own little billfold. Got my driver's license in it again. Like I said, just don't carry two at the same time. It should be all right, but it's got all my cards in it, but it don't have my debit card. So I went to my bank and I got a duplicate debit card. I didn't put my name. Didn't put Jessica's name on it. My therapist said I probably could, but I was like, well, if I don't have ID on it. So anyway, I had to go to my bank and they had to make sure and double check that I didn't want to cancel my other one. I said, no, I just want a duplicate. I want another one. I want two. And I'm dressed up like this. I got my purse with me, and it was all good. So I went there, and my neck was bugging me from the laser. I'm trying to rush through this. So I went to Walgreens, grabbed my purse, go on there. It was good. But I had to get allergy medicine to make my neck all broken out, all the way through here, because that's where the laser's getting done. And I did buy another Groupon for my eyebrows. I gotta wait a few more weeks for the laser on my eyebrows. I figure, why not? So after that was done, because I was killing time in between appointments, was my blood test. That's when they yanked some of my blood out. And because I live near Dallas, it wasn't bad. I could have went with the doctor and went through my insurance. I think my insurance would pay for it, but right now my insurance really don't know I'm transgendered. But I was getting ready to let them know and do it. But I figured, you know what, for this time around, because I'm still starting out, and I don't know the legalities of using insurance and all that. They have a community center pretty much uh, for the gay, lesbian, transgendered scene, and it was $110. That's $80 if I can show up on one night, or $110 out of my pocket if I show up any time with the doctor's note. They took all my blood out for the doctor, and I'm going to fax him a copy, fax me a copy, keep all my copies, and I will update you probably after the 29th. That's when I see the doctor next. I'll get the results a little bit before then. It's just on my days off, I couldn't schedule. I'll probably grab it, and go, ah! Or I might go, yeah. Because it's, if they need to change, if the doctor needs to change my prescription, if they need to raise it, lower it, whatever. If, the pills ain't working, I need to go with the patch, or because of my age, I don't know. I'm just guessing here. So after my blood test was really neat. He had when you take him blood, he had a training nurse, and it was like, transgender. They called me by name, Jessica. And same with the dentist. I was actually surprised because I walked in. I've only seen this dentist once before. I picked him out. And I spoke briefly about him. But he was really, really neat. And he was asking, originally why I was, because I put on the medication. I didn't lie to him. I said, you know what? I'm taking the estrogen. I'm taking the Provera. I'm taking the Spiro. He asked me why. And I was like, like a seal. And I was like, for my GID. And, he was like, whatever. And he went to his office while the nurse was still prepping me for the original exam. He comes back and he goes, do you even identify as a male? And I was like, that's when it's like, the doctor, I think, went out of his way when he looked what GID was, gender identity disorder, and come back. And anyway, so I went there yesterday because they yanked a couple teeth out at a different doctor's, his referral, and now that's all been healed. Now it's starting to fix the teeth that are remaining before my dentures or implants or whatever. Anywho, I know I'm trying to speed this up. I don't like these 30-minute videos. I was waiting in the waiting room, and he walks up. Hello, Jessica. How's it going? I mean, because he asked me that day the first time. I guess I make note of it. So that was neat. And then I have my purse with me. And, oh, my gosh. I walk in a little cubicle. And it's so cool. But and there's a little room. You know how you go to the dentist office? Immediately, I'm like, I'm not thinking. But I grab my purse and I stick it on the floor right there. And the nurse, she's like, no, you don't stick your purse on it. Oh, you should know better than that. There's a hanger behind the door. And I'm like, oh, yeah, duh. So I was glad. I didn't know, but it makes sense. I mean, I know you don't put them on, on the floor in the bathroom, but I guess it makes, anyway, if you have a purse, don't put it on the floor. Even with wasp and hornet spray. Thanks, Kara. I forget that. Kara. Yeah, thanks again for the dream. I had one. I'll explain that another day. Anyway, okay, so that's all done. You got to realize, I knew it was good when the nurse started mentioning that, and I try to pick my doctors out seriously. My therapist, my doctors, I don't want to keep on changing just because they don't like something about me. And I don't want them to like me just because I'm me. Or my money, or my whatever. A little bit of respect. And they're really cool. The humor the dentist had, I mean, believe me, he's really clean cut. He's in that, gay lesbian area, so. But he's sitting there talking with his nurse, and they're talking about what we're having for lunch, and then they start talking about, growing up in southern Louisiana and having raccoon, having possum, and I mean, I'm sitting here, and they're sitting here talking back and forth. I'm just cracking up. Anyway, so it's good to have a doctor. with a little sense of humor. Um, Once all that was done, and the tooth, I would show you, but it's still disgusting. It's a lot better than what it was. They picked the worst tooth. But after then, I got out at about 12. My therapist session wasn't until 4. What to do? My gosh. Um, I tried to call my therapist to see if she could see me a little bit earlier because I live all the way down south, about 40 minutes away. But you know what? 4 to 5, an hour session. Um, she didn't answer her phone, which was a good thing. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go to the mall. Here I am dressed. I grab my purse. I go in the mall. I go to Ross, first place I go, because they have Grapevine Mills. Have you ever been to Grapevine Mills in Grapevine, Texas, in the Dallas area? Um, I walked in there, and the security guard just like eyeballing me or something. I don't know. I wasn't worried about it. I didn't have makeup on. I couldn't. Well, because my laser, I didn't want to sit there and get all powdered up and then have the laser all burn it and cinch it off. I mean, and I'm not into really spending that much time with makeup anyway. But I was looking for something for Transgender Day of Remembrance, maybe a dress, something, a skirt, blouse combo, because it's been a year. I'm going on the 20th, which will be another video that I'll do later. It'll be my final video for this month, so don't freak out. Anyway, so I'm walking down, and I'm feeling fine. I'm walking the AT&T. I'm walking down this. I get a few weird looks. I don't worry about it too much. I mean, I know, especially, it wasn't until I went to J.C. Penney, okay, and I went to check out. I saw this shirt. I'd show it to you, but this video is long enough. You'll see it in me someday. It's neat. But I went to check out, okay. I got my cards. All right, we're not gonna go into too much detail, but nice little card. It's kind of cool how they do that now. But on the very, very back, oops, photo required. I was always told to put that on the back of a credit card. So I hand her the card, and I'm like, here, take it. She flips it over, and she looks at it. She sees the ID. She's like, okay, can I see your ID? I show her my ID. And this is for like an $8 shirt, but it's still, it was so cool. She was so sweet. She was like, I'm sorry, man, we cannot take your husband's ID. Is this your husband's ID? I was like, comments like that, that was so neat. I did thank her, just so you guys know. I did thank her. Because that was neat. And she was like, your hair was a little bit longer, or shorter in there. Because I told her, I said, no, that's me. Hello. Yeah. I ain't my husband. She's like, your hair is a little bit longer there, but okay. Yeah. I don't know. She probably did it on purpose, but still, it was neat. And little things like that, I don't try to go out and get negative comments, but when you get that, I was just glowing from there, and I walked out. I was going to walk around more, but it was around 2:30. I got 4 o'clock appointment, and I wanted to quit while I was ahead. Take my glitter and my shiny self and walk on out, and go to my car. I walked back in, put my shirt away, walked back in, and tried to do some more shopping, but I was running late. So anyway, I made it to my therapist on time, told her all about that. Including the dream I had a while ago. And I usually don't have dreams. And Kara brought up a dream that she had a while ago. I just had a weird dream that same day, actually. After I read her video, and mine was a little more weird. It was If you all know Lady Vixen, I've been keeping. She was in my dream, even though she's already had her surgery and everything. She was like, it was a work-related dream, and I tried to explain this to my therapist, but I didn't know the word. I wrote it down. When I woke up, I wrote down exactly, sort of, kind of, so I remember. But because you always forget dreams. But anyway, I was at work and I was trying to find a shirt for work, and Lady Vixen was working, and she had her shirt, but she couldn't help me with my shirt or pick out a shirt or something. It was cool in a cool sort of way. It wasn't. It was weird. It was like, I'd love to help you, but I can't, type of thing. But yeah, you'll figure it out. Um, oh, and by the way, here's the phone. Lady Vixen hands me the phone. I pick up the phone, and it's my supervisor at work. He says, "Well, yeah, I got to come talk to you. There's something we got to discuss. Blah blah blah." And then I was like, oh, "All right," because they don't know me at work. And in this dream, at this time, they didn't know me. Jessica, they didn't know. But at the end of that phone call, inside the dream, it was like, "All right, I'll see you in a little bit, Jessica." Click. And I was like, "Uh?" Inside my dream, I was like, "Uh?" And I was all worried inside my dream. Wait a minute, Jessica, you're not supposed to know my name. What in the hell? What is this dream? I didn't know it was a dream at the time because I was dreaming. Anyway, I guess I find the shirt in time. Everything's cool, and I'm calmed down, and inside my dream, and next thing you know, we're discussing work with the supervisor, and the supervisor's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go. And the reason we got to let you go," and he was trying to be politically correct about this, "was for instant instability." I wrote it down. I was trying to remember the name from my therapist, but instant instability. Trying to be the most politically correct. Anyway, I told my therapist this, and she's like, "Well, usually when there's two people involved, even though one was, Lady Vixen, the one I followed, I didn't tell her who it was, and then there was me, or it was like my two personas, is what she's thinking. I don't know. And the fact that I'm not out at work and stuff like that. And they had to let one side go, and they didn't fire me in my dream. They fired my male. I don't know. That's what my therapist tried to tell me. So anyway, I didn't have a dream until Kara had one the other day. This is already 22 minutes long. I promise I will not make longer videos anymore after this. So anyway, it's been a weird weekend. I'm going to get my results in a couple of weeks. I didn't pick out a dress for the Transgender Day of Remembrance, but I am going to make another video for that. Believe me, I am not normally going to make 5 videos a month. This one will be the one for Transgender Day of Remembrance that I am going to make, and going to request maybe a little bit more feedback and help from the people that have been here a little bit longer. A little bit of input and help maybe in the comments, but that'll be the next video after the fact, basically, because I am going to that. It's been an interesting week, and it wasn't over. It wasn't over at all. In fact, while I was waiting for the therapist first time, the tire light sensor on my rental car came on, and I didn't have time to get it fixed. They brought it in there, saw a screw in it, and I was like, screw in it. Anyway, it hurts. Went ahead, I had to drive all the way over. I went to another Hugz. They were getting ready to close. They couldn't help me. They didn't have a vehicle to trade in, but I had to drive through. Now I got a different vehicle. Same amount of money. They upgraded me, sort of. So basically I rented 2 cars from Hugz, even though I rented 1. And just being around different people. And she wasn't as nice. She called me sir. And I was still glowing from earlier at the mall. I mean, when you get compliments like that, or just comments, even though it might not be a compliment, it's like, they're not going to, if they're serious, they're not going to sit there and go, "Hey, you know what, you're an ugly lady. We don't know what you are." She's like, "No, I can't take your husband's ID, I'm sorry." I was like, yeah. And my therapist said I could probably get But you said there's a way I can get an ID. Because I was asking, well, how can I get, I know I can get a bank card with Jessica on it, but how can I, if they ask for ID, how can I get, I think that's the only way to do it is name change. Because I tried to research that, try to get AKA, but, and I'm going to get a name change, and I've been researching on it. So this is bringing up new steps and new things. Realize that I still got a long ways to go. But it's opening up new paths, new doorways, and it's all been good. So just remember, I'm going to cut this short. I'm going to make another video, like I said, in a few days, maybe about 4 days, for the Transgender Day of Remembrance. It'll be basically my 1-year anniversary since I had my ears pierced. I'll tell you a little bit of that story. And it'll be my last one until after my 3 months. My 3 months are almost up, so look forward to that. And that will start the 0-4 category, just so you guys know. If you guys don't understand my numbering, go to my channel over here and look down here. You go all the way down to 00. I've improved so much. Anyway, I'm going to run. Remember, be true, be yourself. Peace.